I'm Brian Lauder, and this is Miss Cracker, a contributor to Outward and a very important drag queen in New York.
I think so.
Yes.
We are gonna make him look great. Okay, I'm gonna get through the eyebrows before I start talking to you.
Cool.
This is really the dull part.
Sure.
Which is funny because it takes up most of the time. Why defend gayness?
Gayness itself is sort of under attack, and so I don't think I actually need to attack it. I think what's more interesting at our moment really is to think about how to preserve this thing in some form going forward. It won't be the same, but it can be something, I think.
Yeah, on the lower half of your face, don't get it anywhere near your eyebrows, yeah.
Okay, so just
The foundation is essentially like cold pig's fat. And that really is what it feels like when it goes on. That way we're not putting grease directly into your
pores. Thank you. I appreciate that.
So, can you tell someone's gay from their apartment?
You can walk into someone's apartment like mine and many other gay guys, I think, and immediately tell that their view of the world is a specific one that is, I think, recognizable to most anyone who is familiar with it. You can tell, and part of the point of this piece was to stop pretending like that's not true. Gayness does influence the spaces that we live in and the way we want to experience the world.
You mentioned that shows like RuPaul's Drag Race and Looking are signs that the public is still hungry for gayness. But for me, television, just like museums, is a sign that something has been repackaged and made consumable and is therefore dead. Do you think that there are really signs that the public is interested in actual gayness?
I don't know if I agree with you that means that it's dead. I think it just shows that we aren't that good at finding it ourselves anymore, that we need it to be packaged and presented to us. But I do think it speaks of a hunger.
Hard to paint your face when you're yapping. Sorry, it's gonna look really extreme at first. It's gonna sit right in the areas that should be brightest. Isn't every gay man afraid of being Jack from Will and Grace? Don't we all share the fear of being a clown or a stereotype?
There's a bit of a conflict, I think, within gay psychology between a love of masculinity, obviously. I mean, we're attracted to men, and so masculinity is important. But also this sort of history of campiness that I think is a big part of gayness for most men, and or queeniness, maybe you want to call it. And it's a shame because I think those two things can actually exist happily together, and in fact, gay life is better when they're both there.
I'm echoing the shape of his eye with black to hopefully give the illusion it's much bigger than it is. Because one of the ways that you make someone's jaw appear small
Just to go up here.
Okay, I'm gonna show you from a little bit of a distance.
Oh my God.
I think Fancy Peachtree is fierce today. And what makes me happiest about it is that feeling of having passed something along.
It really is this body of knowledge that is very intense. And as you said earlier, you know, cover girl, don't cover boy. Like it's not the same as just doing a woman doing her makeup, or even a guy doing a little bit of makeup, right?
No.
It's its own art form.
You cannot go to school for drag.
Right.
It's something that you learn from other queens in the gay community. So yeah, it's completely underground and it's completely ours.
I sort of had an idea of how long it took and how much went into it, but now I really viscerally understand that. It is a lot of work. So when you see a queen performing, if you find yourself at a gay bar or anywhere where she's performing, please tip. They're, to me, sort of the shamans or shaw women of the gay community.
I wonder, are drag queens shamans or are they just parrots? Are they, because of their performance, asking us to think about these things in a different way? Or are they just literally echoing and mimicking the things that they see without any kind of criticism?
There are different kinds of queens that I have encountered.
Yeah.
I think of you and another number of other queens as being very intelligent about the drag that they're doing. There is thought that goes into the numbers. The humor, the comedy that you do, which is a form of stand-up, those moments when it really does become a kind of commentary, a kind of art. I mean, a real art that involves politics and aesthetics. That's what's exciting to me, and you know, you do a wonderful job of that all the time.
Yeah.
Other queens do as well. Yeah. So thank you for the work you do, and thank you for putting me in this beautiful outfit and beautiful face. I feel fierce and stunning, and it's been a real treat, Miss Crocker. Thank you.
And you know what I realized while you were talking? We look like Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion.
Amazing. We so do.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
And who's gonna pay for that?
Pop,
What?
father of the bride pays.
I have no money.